All right. Dying animals. What do we got for disease? We got the ear infection. We're deep under the water. Okay, here we go. This is stomach ulcer. It's probably fine. What's going on over here? I guess we're fine over there too. Okay, did we clear out all the raptors from this pen? No, there's still raptors. Hey, Mutasaurus, welcome to the stream. Right, we ran out of money transferring, I think is the last thing we were doing. Started setting up stuff down here. So we got our storage facilities. We should probably hide these. Yeah, beauty. I mean, that's green. I don't know if that matters. 200% beauty. I don't even know if beauty is a mechanic. Because, like, 200... Oh, the waterfall appears to be beautiful. It makes sense. Like, 200% doesn't make sense to me, though. Hey, Mr. Doritos, a.k.a. Cryo. Welcome to the stream. Would be good to get the proper rebuild of the main section of the park. Yeah. Negative balance. Well, why are you dying?
You can't get a much more classic
Need food.
Than Brachiosaurus.
It's a big pile of shit in the food dish. Who did this? Don't eat shit. What are you doing?
It's a real privilege to be able to cherish these beautiful creatures.
Have an animal reach old age without having ever socialized? Interesting. Who did that? Hello again, Cryo. Raptors are fighting. Staff welfare issue. Seems like it takes forever to get to the break room. Why are you going to that break room? Why aren't you going to the one behind you? Currently resting 0 of 17. Maybe they started moving to the other one before that one was put in. Could be the case. You are not Mr. Doritos. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is the current month, so this is maybe not something to be concerned about yet. Net profit. Well, no, this month is bad. The profit was really bad because of this, which was probably when we were moving dinosaurs, right? Purchases. Construction. Yeah, maybe. You're a notorious liar. Well, let's speed up and get some cash built up here. Animal death? Who died? Why did you die? Tooth abscess. I think this is just old age shit. Because we had no information about a tooth abscess. Although maybe they just weren't checked. "10 hours into the new Black Flag. Congratulations, I guess." Keep her still just trudging along. The kid's so fucking depressed. Oh god. Cleaning feeder. Oh, she's not even going on a break currently. She's cleaning a feeder. I can move them manually. It feels like cheating. "Can I help you? You don't know what to do for your next GW challenge in Sandbox? Any idea?" You should do a challenge where you randomize the genes on all your animals. Whenever you make a new species, you roll a dice or something, or do a random thing online to determine what genes they have. There you go. Including the new weird stuff from the DLC. Of course. The experimental traits. Or you spin a wheel. Yeah, you can do a wheel spin thing. I like that this compound is like mostly fenced in, but this little part here isn't. I don't know if this was always like this, or if this is because I put this building in here. This was like default. It's pretty funny. All right, 33K. Maybe we can get those raptors moved. Take inspiration from good old me. Imagine if you land on Giga for your first dino. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you have to randomize the species, just the genes, but you can do both. Let's move the raptors from the other pen. So, oh yeah, enclosure 7 is still like insanely stacked. I think we're gonna purge these, right? And then these 5 into here. Negative balance. Well, only briefly. It looked like it only took 4. I think there's still 1 left in here. Yeah. Bustin Slot contacted you? Okay. Cool, I guess. Alright, let's look at the supply situation. Doesn't actually seem like it's that bad currently. We just need workers to get work done. Okay, raptors are moved. Did he ever do a video on me? He covered one of my mods in a video back in the day. We're just gonna kill this stuff. This pen is now done. Hopefully all the raptors are actually out of the pen.
The animals in this paddock seem to be without food.
You're wrong, Nigel, because it's not a paddock. Alright. Let's kill the lake. Choose the map for you. Do one of the new ones. Do a rebirth one. Should do a challenge where you have a species spin wheel. Like I should. I have the mod for that. The randomized dig site mod. But I need to update it. Is the Great Islands nice or shit? The island generator islands are really fun. That's another good one you could do. Look at all these people. Okay, we got to deal with this mess. So, what do we... So our Gallimimus enclosure is just galleys. $20 velociraptors remaining. So let's grab... maybe the original adults, and then a few of the juveniles? Wait, male spinifer. Male Wyominghensis there. Hear you out, Rebirth Spino better than Evolution Spino? Probably. The Rebirth Spino is probably the better design. I mean, like, the JP3 Spino is more visually pleasing, but as a Spinosaur, it's not a very accurate anymore, so let's start a video. Maybe. OBS, you gonna be okay, buddy? Hey, OBS? I'm gonna need you to calm down right now. There you go. Welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom. We are gonna move out some of these Pachycephalosaurs. Let's grab these two Wyominghensis here. Grab all the adults. Both Spinifer and Wyominghensis. And then how about we grab one more Wyominghensis. Let's grab a male. And some Spinifers, like 1, 2, and maybe 3. Sell animals for 102. Okay, wait, let's do this backwards. Other direction, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to sell off all these guys to finance moving the other batch. Yeah. Yeah. We're now a Pachycephalosaur puppy mill, apparently. Sell for 29,000. Oh, the adults are worth more, I guess. Fair. There's still a ton. Sell these. Wait, Wyominghensis male. Wait. And there's still these ones up here. So I guess I only need those Spinifers, actually. Yeah, so let's get rid of these. I'll keep those two Spinifers, maybe. Sell those. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Pachycephalosauruses. Maybe we keep these. Maybe we don't. Let's try moving them and see if we can get them all moved to the galley paddock. OBS, what does that stand for? Open Broadcaster Software. It's the streaming and recording software I use. So if you ever see me yelling at OBS, that's why. Not enough funds. Really? Already? I'm already bankrupt. Moving is shockingly expensive. Damn. How many did I even get? I moved like 3 of them. Do not move animals in this game. 4 of them got moved. Okay. So with these guys, well, let's look at it this way. The adults, so we could sell off for the rest of the juveniles and just move over the adults, maybe. So maybe that's the play. So for an adult Spinifer, these are small nest, and the Gallimimus, there they are. Come back! The Gallimimus are medium nest. Okay. And I would assume I put nests in here, but I don't remember where. Is that a nest there? Yeah. Okay. So if I currently transfer the Pachycephalosaurs over, they won't breed anymore. So I would kind of like to just keep some of the ones we have, maybe. But that's going to be rather challenging. I guess I can just keep accumulating money and moving them bit by bit. Although that's tedious. What if there's a better way you can move without, like, lighting all of your money on fire? What's your problems? Diets. Alright, do we have no bugs in the enclosure? Is that what's going on here? That's fish. Meat. Maybe I don't have bugs? Huh. You pass all your exams, so you graduate. Congratulations. Well done. Graduating is important. Dying animal. Yeah, I get a lot of that. We don't have any... No, we have the one enrichment thing. That might be enough. We can give him a pumpkin. Nice blood pumpkin. You're going to college in natural science? Cool. Alright, we needed some additional stuff in here for the Pachycephalosaurs. So let's check on that. Forest. Okay, so this is inside the enclosure here, right? Okay. They want actual proper water. Give them a little mud pit somewhere in the back, maybe. Being based on proportionality of the exhibit gets to be a little weird sometimes. Okay. Just a little, like, swamp in the back past the hill. Sure. Told you what OBS means. Open Broadcaster Software. It's what streamers often use for recording and streaming. Multiple park issues. Why are you all allegedly dying? Because you've all wandered way too far away from food. No accessible food. Is it all, like, empty? At least for some of them it is. Alright, fish, insects. Plants. Oh, fish is good. Plants, insects. Maybe meals and merch. Disease discovered. It's non-stop. The park is too big. Common cold treatable. Call for checkup, I guess. Oh, there was, we saw there was tropical in here. Did that matter for the galleys? It does. So this is removing anything. This is not specifically removing tropical. Or is it? No, because that removes... Yeah, this just doesn't work. Okay. So where do we get tropical in here? So this just does not function. I'm going to include this in the video. This came up in a discussion in the comments about using the remove trees with the specific biome to remove a specific biome, right? So we've got this like jungle in here we don't want. So if I click this and I click, then this goes to remove vegetation, I can remove this stuff, right? But if I click this, oops, and I go remove, oh look, it also removes the same stuff. So like, I don't understand. No matter which brush I'm on, the stuff is removed. So this doesn't seem to work. Let me know if I'm missing something obvious there, but it looks like it should because it like highlights some stuff. Yeah, see this like even defaults to remove because it wants to remove this, but it removes anything. Like, it doesn't matter what it's trying to remove. So yeah, that's a little awkward because I can't easily find whatever. Oh, I bet you it's over here though. Yeah, it's right here. Duh. See? I found it out, but the brush was not helpful. Does it highlight differently? No. It doesn't make a difference. Okay. Well, we fixed that. Galleys are good. I removed some trees, so the pachycephalosaurs may be unhappy with me. Yeah. Disease discovered. Common cold treatable. Is this not the one I already tried to deal with? I assume it is. Diseased and dying. This is still flagged as no accessible food. This is, I think, entirely because we need the refills. I would like to see this list, like, go down in demand. Be great. Might be a lot of just sitting here staring at the screen if I'm going to try and move all these pachycephalosaurs. Could look at making a Dilo exhibit too. But I really want to get the proper start of the park kind of done. Okay, maybe we need another laborer or two or something. And a vet, I don't know. Or maybe a keeper, not that many laborers. Whatever. We'll see how that works. Oops. How have I been? I'm good. How are you, Dylan? Place order. $40K. We can move a few more animals. Okay, Stab is en route for the ear infection. Back in the negative. Finish your all animals park build on PK. Very nice. So food, shopping, and donations are all kind of similar tier. The entry fee is still largely what drives the value. I could like do a loan if I really wanted to move stuff. It just feels like bad idea long term to take a loan. Got a good chunk of people moving around on this path. Dead animal. Shit, who died? Wait, what? How did you die? Died of foot rot. What the fuck? Brocky dying is like awful. I might load. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna load it back. I don't want to lose a Brocky. I don't care if some of the other things die. This is not very good. Wonder if you can make a Cenozoic Park in PK. We could do a Cenozoic Park. I have an idea for one I wrote down. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'd up your price to 1K because you pay over 200K every month in expenses. But it was still better. Like you were still, I mean, obviously, yeah, you were making money then. Okay. We'll up the price. We need to figure out that Brocky. So this is after we've cleared this exhibit. This is presumably after we cleared out the excess pachycephalosaurs. Yes. Okay. So, let's stay paused here for a second. First things first, logistics. This was after I ordered fruit, so that was the last order we did. We had a foot rot and a Brocky, so that's a problem with them being in the lagoon. Let's look at ticket price. So where did we find ticket price? Here. Let's double it and see how it looks. Yeah, I had to because if you didn't, you lose money. It makes sense. Let's put this in the video. Okay. One, a Brachiosaurus died and I reloaded. We need to figure out how to deal with that. It had foot rot, and I definitely didn't see it in time at all. So I need to figure out probably a good balance to keep checking my my animals properly, because apparently the vets ain't getting the job done. We're up in the entry fee. We're doubling it from 200 to 400. We're going to see what that does to the finances and go from there. Maybe experimentally look for like an optimal income level, or maybe it just gets cranked and the optimal level is just to max it out. We'll see. So it was a Baraki that died. So if we look at our Barakis, so they have good welfare, but it doesn't tell us about their health or any issues therein. See, these guys are all healthy.
Is a sauropod, a type of herbivorous dinosaur with a tiny head at the end of a.
I wonder.
The largest animals to ever walk on land were sauropods, but not all of them were so.
Like I can't call for checkup, so presumably.
Grew just over 6 meters long, which, to be fair, is still very large.
Presumably in this timeline, none of these are sick currently. Last medical survey was 6 minutes ago, though. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they got sick and just quickly died, or if they were sick and it wasn't registered, because I don't know how to tell whether or not something might be ill. And if I can't call for checkup, I can't even, like, specifically check. So I don't know. I don't know if there's any good way to figure that out. I think what I'm going to do is make a hard save here since we just reloaded. And then just try and, like, experimentally figure out if this is deterministic or if it just kind of occurred in the other timeline, so to speak. And in the meantime, maybe we do need to hire more people even. So, 6 laborers, 6 keepers. I think is this before I hired people, maybe? Let's do... I'm just gonna do like 8 vets, 8 keepers. We'll just go hard on this currently, because I'm now paranoid. The raptors are always dying for some fucking reason. Is this when I put in... Okay, this is with the pumpkin. Is this with the insect feeder? It is. It's just not been filled yet. All right, staff welfare issues, which are just the thing. I could just fire Gale for being a buzzkill. Can I, like, send you on a fucking break? Explicitly? I guess not. Disease discovered. Common cold. One staff en route. Okay. Income is just the green level. So this is rising. Okay, recovering. Health is going up. Great. All right, Brockie check. Oh yeah, also, this is before I killed these trees. I like the goat pupil. That's a good look. Gallimimus check. Good. Just saving a shit ton of money so I can... Wait, so you can fuck yourself and never get out of red? Like, as if I didn't have enough money and I make a mistake and then I get screwed? Yeah. I'm impatient though, so I keep wanting to spend money to work on the things I'm working on. Feels good that money matters. Do tell me about it. It's very nice that, like, I actually care about what's happening economically in the park. It's refreshing. Okay, let's grab maybe the adults. Brockie check. He's ascending. Okay, max health. They all seem to be max health. I'm going to choose to believe that the Brockie death was a fluke. Because they seem fine right now. Okay. So these guys are not yet sexually mature. Makes sense. 50% only. Okay. $15 issues. Mostly staff stuff. peak? Some of it is. Yeah, I sold off a lot of the baby pachycephalosaurs. Almost all of them. I kept like 3 of each or so. So we put all these towers here on this strip. Am I going to do this around the whole park? Like, do I want to do that around the whole park? Probably not. Because it's like a lot. Profit this quarter, 0. But these, I don't think I charge for these, right? So it kind of doesn't matter. Let's look at our income level. Okay, so that's where we increase profits. Raising the price did work. The Brachiosaurus also didn't die this time, so death is a fluke, I guess. So yeah, this is where we're at now with the increased ticket price from here. So let's just double it again, 800. So if we go to 800 ticket price, then we let that run for a few months. 802, sure. $802 to go to Jurassic Park. We'll see how much more this goes up and see if it just makes sense to keep cranking it, you know? Dying animal, I don't believe you. And then the process of transferring the Pachycephalosaurs is ongoing, but we're getting there. They're prohibitively expensive. I probably need to get the Ceratopsian pen made too, which means probably making the Dilo enclosure and going from there. So maybe it's time. Need a good map. Where's my map? Yeah, your monthly expenses can exceed, for sure. I'm just watching the profit level to see if there's like an optimal profit margin. Like if theoretically if you increase the price too much, people might stop going. But I don't know if that's actually a mechanic in the game, right? So I can't find my map I was using. There it is. What happened? Animal growth, disease discovered. Okay. Ela, oof. That Pachycephalosaur is in rough condition. Yeah, parasitic dermatitis. Goddamn. Great example of visual representations of disease in this game. This is a parasitic dermatitis affected Pachycephalosaur. You can see how fucked up its skin is. So we got to move you to a quarantine bay for treatment. Let's get that done. Yeah, the money cost increases with the distance you bring them, which is real unfortunate when I'm moving stuff way across the park. Okay, and then Abby is mated and is now gestating. Oh, cool. Styraco. That's cool. We haven't had one of these yet. Okay, I really do want to see what she's going to do. Then we got adulthood on raptors. And we've got juvenile or adolescent Parasaurolophus cridocristatus, or however you say that. Okay, more raptors. Cool. Let's watch this Styrac dig its nest. If I can find it again. I think it's right here. Oh, there we go. We got the bars for cinema. Oh, no. Now I can't see nothing. Okay, she's taking a break. 5 babies due in 4 months. Interesting. So she's not going to lay for a while, I guess. We'll have to remember to check back then. Adolescence on Samantha and Cinta. These are our Walkeri. Cool. check where Park Beauty is. Park Beauty seems to be good. I looked at this earlier. It says 200%. Park Beauty 120%. Okay, so maybe this is bugged. Increases decoration foliage, decreased by infrastructure and dung. So yeah, I don't know. If anything we currently have is causing problems beyond there being some dung, I guess, maybe. Price value. Guest satisfaction with prices compared to park rating. I don't know how that works. Okay, income level is really good. Also, income looking good. Let's crank it more. 1,000 is max. Let's just go right to 1,000 and see how it looks. All right, Dilopathic. Let's sort this out. So the Dilopathic is a wedge to the north of the herbivore enclosure. What is... Sorry, this map I have is a fan thing. It's not like a... It's a fan interpretation of canon. I'm just curious what animal they decided to put in this paddock, because it's not Dilo. They made it the Herreras. Which is a weird choice. I guess they're just going off of the idea that the Dilos were in the south because that's where they show up on the tour, which is respectable. I'm going with the control room labeling, though. So we should have a fence that basically extends north, and then this makes a whole wedge. Price value, also make sure you're Park Beauty because it can cause you to lose money if you up the price too much before you have a good rating. People will stop coming. How do you know when that is, though, right? Beyond experiments? Park rating, park appeal, projected visitors, monthly rate. Okay, recovering from parasitic dermatitis. Okay, so this Dilo pet. I guess we should check the Dilo's security rating. Medium 2.5. Basic cable maybe looks good. Because the Dilo fence was relatively low security in JP. You just not make anything? Like you see a downtrend in your income every month? Okay. Yeah, makes sense. I was just wondering if there was something more obvious. So this back end of this enclosure is basically a square. So let's start at the back. So right here off of this little wedge. Then it should be... So that corner's there. It should go like... Maybe another sector here like that. This should be the shallower angle, I think. Yeah. And this top part's a little steeper, which means this top part has to be further. We got to deal with the terrain here. It might work. I think that works for the Dilo wedge. I think that's pretty good. Need 22 animals for 5 stars. Okay. Hey, Primal Gamer, welcome to the stream. You died, by the way. you, your namesake is no longer with us. R.I.P. Alright, so, I'm gonna probably not go crazy with the hills in the future. You just got done volunteering? Cool, cool, cool. What do we... Okay, we need a concept for this exhibit. There is... We could do something with... Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea for the exhibit. Let's see. Let's start here. Extend a hill out over the middle. Okay. Great. We're gonna take it over to the corner, maybe? This is the thanks you get for reducing half the raptors in the pack? Yeah. Oops, I messed up the hill. Actually, let's just run it here by this. So, we're gonna do this, and a little like this. I'm gonna pick a little bit of water. Drop the size down. Now, how do waterfalls work in this game? Current question. They don't work like this. So how does this get made? Is this is a modular group piece. Okay. FX water splash. Oh dear. Okay. Waterfall 1. I see. Okay. How's the Brockies looking still small? Yeah, they're still little guys. We had to reload because one of them died randomly. Is the main goal for this park, Bill, that you're going to get every single animal in canon? Not every single animal. The idea was, like, kind of doing a riff on both the film and novel rosters and picking something that resembles a combination of the two. And kind of building things that evoke that a little bit. This is too... This hill is too large anyway. Let's put this over here briefly. Here. There you go. Just sit there, waterfall. um... Let's make this small. Okay, let's make this not that small. And this is super deep, and that's not what I want to do. Let's try this again. Like this. Okay. And then this probably can go down. A little shallower. Maybe like that? Oops. Okay. Sure. Maybe. Okay, and then if I grab this waterfall. Wait. There's just a limit to how wide that can be. That's very weird. How in the world does this one look like anything? I guess because they're relying on the rocks to cover it up. Yeah, kinda. Hmm. I don't know. This is a bit crap. I got this one like right in the middle. That's weird now. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Then maybe if I do like a rock texture. It's pretty crap. No, don't squish it. Fuck. How did I... How did I... Advance move. Okay, there. Sure. Super impressive that someone made the JPG. Yeah, and I downloaded this like 2 years ago too. I've had this like off of the workshop for literally years. It's not even like new, which is the really surprising part. Okay, ticket price check. Why is this tiny? Well, anyway, it went up. I think. Actually, maybe I changed it here, actually. Maybe I haven't seen it yet. Okay. Dilos need desert or wetlands. We're going to do wetland. So wetland veg is this one. I should have deleted all the other stuff too before this. Well, that's my Dilo exhibit. Should add the Dilo first. I just wanted to get this little corner decorated. So that I decided what I was doing with it, kinda. That's pretty fun though. It's by no means a pretty, you know, by no means accurate, but it is fun. Let's do this. So, jungle veg. So if we do this, we can find specifically all the jungle veg. So this is bayou stuff. Although, I mean, all the jungle veg that like overlaps that I don't want. Okay, I think we're good. Kind of wish the radius is an empty circle with only the ring for like the brush. Killed some trees in the corner there, but I probably need to because I need to clear this. Okay, it's still triple biome, unfortunately, which is not great. Okay, take care of that one. Somewhere there's like one jungle tree. Probably in this mess. I could redo all this veg, I guess. I wish the brush selector actually worked. That would be nice. Wait. I found you. Get out of here. Ta-da. Okay. Checking on the Brachys and Parasaurs. Recovering from parasitic dermatitis, that's not true. You're good. Missing water. How are you possibly ever missing water? You're also upset about... Oh, yeah, right. You don't like coastal. Yeah. I remember this. Right. Okay, you are missing forest. Because I deleted some of the trees on the other side. Okay. And Walker Eye. Too much forest. Right, they don't quite overlap. I remember this. I wanted to favor the Walker Eye, technically. There. Okay, we're going to call that good. Alright, Dilos. Let's get the... Actually, yeah, let's start running the expeditions. We're going to add the Dilophosaurs because we're making our way over to the Ceratopsian paddock. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just rush it down. This is our Dilo paddock. At least this is the centerpiece of the Dilo paddock. I think you can understand the reference. The rest of it's just gonna kind of be whatever. But I wanted a little something, you know, a little centerpiece to make it feel interesting. Grab a tower and put it like right there so that it's, you know, looking right over at it. Boom. We can move it slightly down. I guess in our timeline, Nedry died, and then we just made his Jeep into a attraction. Just to warn people, you know, this is why you don't mess with us. We'll put you on display. All right, and then we got to run this fossil path that we've been using all the way up the hill. Oh God, can you not curve? Why are you like that? Why are you wiggling? Might be the slope. Oh no, because I am on curve placement. It's just not actually curving. I understand. Everything makes sense. Nobody panic. The angles don't make sense, though. I feel like the angle alignment with angle snap should be set from the path you're on, not some global angle alignment that, like, is wrong. Is that just me that feels that way? Is that right? Because, like... Oh, it's like levitating. What happens if I place this? Is that going to mess up my terrain? No, it's fine. Okay. Don't put anything other than trike in the enclosure, they will kill it. You had Packy and your trike just killed them all. I want to just try and put the trikes in with the Styrax and Ankies to see if that happens. Because they're all similar size. Just as a science experiment, you know? I think I don't like this dip here. So let's kill this and this. And then let's do a little terrain adjustment. So I think when we put them in, we'll put just like a few of the adults in as a test, basically. And then if they die, we'll give them their own home. And if they don't die, then we can leave at least the adults in there safely. It'd just be nice to know, for the sake of future park builds, if comparable sized animals can also just brutally murder each other, or if they'll chill. Slope too high. Are you sure? It's like the problem is like right here. Sometimes it's okay with it too, which is, yeah, okay. You just gotta like negotiate with it, but then it'll work. All right, that'll work. We gotta move the building around, but we don't even have dilos in here, so that's fine. All right, we have a lot of money. What is this? Finances. Sure, it's fine. All right. The pachycephalosaurs are all moved back in. Disease discovered. Stomach ulcer. Somebody already on their way, maybe? Alright, Dilos. Stego was good, though. You had Dryland with them, and only one Dryo died because it was their breeding season. They got too close. Other than that, it was all good. Okay, interesting. So maybe we can put them in with the Stegos if the Trikes are too aggressive and kill the Styrax. Alright, let's get some sick Dilos. So... the question is, This is probably my favorite. I really like the crest shape on that one. None of these are overtly JP-ish. This one's similar somewhat to the novel. The novel Dilo being kind of like yellow and spotted. This is not exactly spotted, but it evokes spots. I could see the argument to do weather really. Or, I mean, they're all weather really. I mean, this particular pattern. The male has bigger crests. Also, I do like the crest as like colorization. It kind of evokes snake. I think the purple one with the striking venom look. They're all kind of good. We could just mix and match. How many do we need? Well, I guess how many do we want versus how many do we need? These are both questions to ask. Let's look at the Paleopedia. Expected nomads 2, social group 0, 1 to 3 males, 1 female. So they're matriarchal? Interesting. Combined groups for males and females, but matriarchal. So I could do like just an even number, split half male, half female, maybe. That could be the play. I could just do 2 of each, maybe, rather than pick a specific batch. Let's just do that. So, yeah, we'll do this. Wait, this wasn't, yeah, can't control that, so that should be fine. Growth speed slow, a little baby. So a male, a female, a female, a male, a male, a female. Sure? All right. Great. Yeah, there. Is the baby dial the size of the ones in the movie? Yeah. You mean the ones that are actually babies or juveniles? I will die on that hill. Let's put this warehouse somewhere. Maybe just like over here for now. Oh god, I didn't mean to put it in the sky. Yeah, I'm trying to get a curve that looks natural, which is not always easy to do. Especially if the slope is marked as too high. Shit. Let's do it up here maybe then. It's not exactly curved, is it? Weird. Need that path update. Okay, maybe if I hate it. Maybe if I kill this path. Maybe we can keep going and straighten this out. Ah, it just seems bad, doesn't it? Why does it skew to the side specifically on like the connection point? Seems really weird. Okay, maybe I can live with that. It's a little sharp, but it's like, it's not that bad. Because the path is kind of changing direction anyway. This shit got very weird. I don't know. It's just worse. It's all just worse. Don't touch it. Just live with the lump. Learn to live with the lump. Pathway needs a rework. Yeah, it's definitely a little rough. I can say that much with certainty. Now, do I want to repath all this? Maybe. Oh shit! Abby's eggs hatched. I didn't even notice. I completely missed the Styrac nest getting laid and hatched. I knew I was going to because it was going to take a while from the incubate. Okay, who do we get? So, 1 baby, 2 baby. Just the 2 survived out of like the 5, it looks like. Disease discovered in a Pachycephalosaurus. Tooth abscess recovery. Okay, but also in pretty bad shape. But recovering, so maybe it's fine. Let's see. Is the HP bar going down? No, it's going up. Okay. Great. Alright. Dilos. Are you all hatched? It looks like you're all hatched. 13 other notifications. Injured animal. Is that the abscess? Yeah. I guess that does make sense as an injury. We got 1 dying velociraptor, maybe. You just probably need to eat. Yep. You're working on it. Okay. Missing food. Actually, maybe I should check my warehouse briefly before we release the Dilos. Nope, don't do that. Thank you. Okay. Meals, merch. Plants. Sure. Okay. And then the Dilos. Let's do a little food. Actually, let's just get them out. Look at them. There's little guys. Can I put them slope too high? Get in the car. Off the nav mesh. Very cool. Wait, maybe? He might be trapped there. I might have doomed him. Oh, he fell down. All right, the Dialos. They need to grow up a little bit, but there they are. So they need more forest, and that is it. Otherwise, they are pretty good. So we're doing wetlands. So I'm just gonna grab my wetland forest brushes and just kind of fill it all out. Maybe size and intensity cranked. Okay. Can I get away with a little bit more without pissing them off, you think? Just for the sake of vibes. Because the forest is not foresting enough yet. For me. Alright. Let's trim some down back here. I want to thicken it up near the... where we actually are putting stuff in. That just removed everything. Yeah. You have to click off remove. You can't just... Let's undo that. There we go. Name one of them stick. You got it. Fetch the stick, stupid. Alright. That's not removing anything. Did it? Wait, it might be working now to specifically remove one type of veg. Okay, so it's removing a specific... Maybe this is what I did wrong. Is I didn't pick the type of veg to remove. I just picked the biome earlier in this episode. There we go. All right, that's going to be the enclosure, I guess. A lot of open space there in the back, but the part you view looks right. That's pretty fun. They need food, of course, and a gate to get in here. So I better do that. Alright, other notifications. Duck has reached adolescence. Spike has reached adolescence. These were our original galley babies, I guess. Disease discovered. None. Are you alive? Current activity, unconscious. Uh-huh. I'm gonna put you over here on the land, at least. No issues. Are you sure there's no issues? He's unconscious. I feel like that's an issue. I don't... The message is gone. I didn't see what disease he was supposed to have or whatever. No issue detected. Surveyed half a month ago. I can't call for checkup. But he's up. Okay, maybe he was recovering from a disease that rendered him unconscious. Because it didn't say sleeping. It said like full on unconscious. I don't know. Well, whatever. Let's not worry about that. All right, we got to name a stick and we got to put up signs. So Dilo pen. Dilos. The first Dilo I find visually is stick. Here it is. Eve is now stick. Locked it in. All right, and then a Dilo sign and infrastructure because we don't have any other infrastructure here. So let's do nice little info board. We'll mix it up. We'll use this one for this one. We want a little donation thing right next to the info board. That makes sense to me. Donation box. Dramatic. And we need a shitter. One bathroom. Here. Little outhouse. We can at least put this on the other side, I guess. No, I will put it. Let's put it like over here. Slightly away from everything else, I guess. Put on a flatter part. None of this is particularly flat. Here. Yep. That's where the shit goes. Flattening this out so that there's not a horrible weird area. Boom. Okay, and nothing else got weird over here, right? Because sometimes this gets weird when you put it by the fence. Looks okay. Yeah, a little elevated, but like in a way that is not gonna cause many problems. Especially with the grass there. Okay. Success. Gate. Gate. 2.5 meter gate. Here. Right there. And food. And enrichment. So, Dilos. View compatible items. Fish and meat. So, we got a fish. Ooh, I can put the fish in the water. we can have just like a dish of fish like right here at the end of the river. It seems weird. Oh, it definitely is weird. Okay, well that's questionable. Maybe I don't like that. These are now at dramatically different levels, but that's probably not a big deal. Let's do this. Okay, let's try it again. Meat. Fish. And, a tide pool? Oh, interesting. Wait a second. I mean, that doesn't really, like, gel with the whole car thing. A big dead fish. Wait. This is Nedry. No! My waterfall! Damn it! Shit. I can't get it close enough. Still bad. Stop it. Stop it. Get help. Okay, Nedry in this continuity got out of the car and crawled over there and died. He was big bone, that's why his ribs stand out. Alright. And how about a pumpkin? Everybody loves a good blood pumpkin. Alright, cool. Yeah, it hasn't ruined the waterfall or anything, so I think that's pretty good. Okay. Next to do is get the trike pen in. We have a ton of cash, actually. Disease discovered. Open wound. Yeah, get over there. Treat him. He's got a big gash on his head. And on his neck. He did die outside the car in the novel. True. True. Okay, so trike pen. Actually, yeah, let's no, let's get the trike pen in, and then we'll worry about redesigning because we have to get those other animals out of that enclosure. So the trike pen is weirdly shaped. Let's just do this. High 2.5 meter again. Trike pen was pretty low security in the film. Wait, did it say high 2.5? Yeah. So that limits what we can use. That's got to be like metal. Okay, it can be rustic. No. Given the choice, I think we'll just stick with the very Jurassic Park coated metal fences. Even though this one should be more of a, like a cattle fence kind of in the movie. Yeah, it doesn't have the right vibe either. Okay. Place fences mode off. So the initial section is kind of straight off of here for a little bit. This raptor pen has been very compressed. Okay, so I think what we should do is something. Let's start from the raptor corner. So this is the upper extent here. So extending off of this would kind of be the max limit of the trike enclosure if we go about here. So somewhere in that direction. And then we're there. So we want to aim kind of at the edge of the dilo pen. It's hard to tell about. Actually, probably, yeah, not quite the corner. Just there. I've lost it here. Okay. So if I'm like that, this whole middle section's squished, so it gets weird. Should be about 90 degrees, which means actually it's over there. Which means I want to go more like this. No, more like this. Maybe? Yeah. Okay. So that goes in there. So this bit comes over and then kind of loops up. Then comes over. So maybe I need to move it further. Okay, what if I just eyeball it? What if I just do whatever feels right? So this goes up like this. And then this takes a very shallow curve back. Not like that. Then goes over here. Like that, maybe. So this would be the border, this line here. How does that look from the perspective of the Dilo pen? Southern perimeter. Maybe? I lost my cursor. I should never cross back over. So the angle is really suspect to link back over to the other section of the park. I think the right angle would be more like wait, it should be tilting inward though. So it should be more than this angle. So like that, maybe? And from the Rex pen, maybe okay. Like we don't have, obviously this is also part of the Rex pen. So ignore this line here, just the rest of the shape. I think is okay. Oops. I'm gonna maybe call that good. It's too hard to do large scale enclosures in this game with a particular shape in mind, since there's no map overview. So I think ballparking it is enough. Evoking the rough shape. This is basically, this isn't really even a 90-degree immediately. It's almost immediately is curving. Then it kind of like curves back the other direction. So like we do like this. Then a little backwards curve. Then there's kind of a straight section. think this is too shallow. Almost certainly. Okay, so then this kind of arcs over and then down. Guess maybe we do like this. Honestly, it's kind of just straight piece. Not so much an arc, actually. Okay. That doesn't feel... it's not that bad. Oops. A little bit like that. Well, I guess this could be our boat dock. That's kind of on the map here. So honestly, we can just follow the water around, maybe? Although, that should be a tour path on that side. So maybe we go straight for longer. You gotta say PK chose quality over quantity. Yeah. It's a fair way to put it. Okay, so we curve around the water. Very shallow little curve here. And then curve back. And then this should just curve down to wherever the path connects, which is all the way down there. Oops, I linked up to the old one. Triceratops enclosure. Does that seem reasonable? The shape is not too bad. I think I'm gonna roll with it. Not the greatest version of the Triceratops paddock, but if we do it like this, we do kind of have this lake over here conveniently where like the shoreline would be and the dock would be, so we can put something over there that evokes that for us. In terms of the Triceratops, you do like tropical, so we can actually probably use a lot of the existing veg. We definitely want to kind of evoke the trike enclosure from the film as much as we can, which is like a grassland with kind of like a ridge line behind it. So we could try doing something like that. Maybe we do like maybe we put like a big ridge line in here back around the edge of like the Rex enclosure, kinda. So we do something like this. Whoa! I should say before doing that, I always forget the terrain tools sometimes get very angry. Okay, sure. We'll start with that, and then I'll flesh it out, with veg when we put the animals in. We need to make sure, the existing animals that we want to cohab with this, or try to cohab with this, can actually work, too. So, if we're doing tropical, we can do wetland, temperate, or coastal. So probably gonna have to be coastal, right? Tropical for Anki works. Okay, well maybe we can do that, because I would like to do a tropical enclosure. Styracosaurus is the other contender, which is wetland, temperate, coastal. So I could try just Anki trike and put the Styrax with the Stegos, maybe? That might be an option. Alright. So, what are we going to do here? Let's smooth this out, this hill. But then maybe we... do a little rock paint. A little rainforest down the front of it. That way you get a little bit of rocks above the tree line type thing. Although it doesn't really want me to remove much of this veg. I like it. It's not amazing, but it's a concept. Okay. Oh, geez, that overdid that a little bit. Can we mix watercolors? No. Hell, maybe we should just make this all a river at this point. So this is... Wait, did that just, like, batch change the whole thing? It did. That's sick. Okay. Okay. Now, can I just... Okay, leaves the fence in. There, I guess. Yankees want a lot of water. Jeez. Any day now. I guess we'll complete it. Complete the loop. I'm done putting water in. I'm tired of sitting here for 7 hours painting water. Wetland slop, I think, could be applied to this. Sure. I've already got them both. Actually, I'm gonna take a brief break before we continue. So, let's find I was gonna say a Dilo. There's one. Dick, how appropriate. Alright, I'll be right back, and then we'll continue. What are we looking at? What happened? Is he in the water? All right. Dying animal. Yeah, always somebody dying. Starvation, you'll be fine. Inaccessible to staff. True. Oh yeah, I didn't give these Ankies any food either when I orphaned them in here. Okay. Little donation. Put this over here this time. Finance check. I guess we're fine. Since it seems like we're holding at this higher level, more or less. The big thing here... Yeah, this is where we had the big construction projects. Recurring cost is 20. So we're well above the threshold there. Should be fine. All right. Ceratopsians, right? So Horridus. We've got 2 variations of Horridus. I quite like this first one a lot. This one's also very good, though. Specifically the male. I like the blue. I really do. And the blue is very JP coded. What was these guys' social situation? Um... 1 and 4? Is that actually for a social group, though? 1 to 2, 4 to 8. So, I could do a male of each. I could do, like, 4 of each. But I don't think I need that many. Maybe we should just do 4? No, because that's not a full social group. Let's do 8. I'm curious, though, with Stego. Because I'm always thinking about the fact that in JP, they're 0 to 3, 0 to 8. So Stegos are flexible. So in JP, in the novel, there's 4 Stegosaurs and 8 Triceratops, if I remember correctly, and then the Stegos get sick. So it always makes me think in the movie that those were flipped, and that there were, like, 4 Triceratops, because the Triceratops is the one that gets sick, and maybe there were 8 Stegosaurs. But I think for these animals, we're going to follow the novel proportions. Name one Ralph. You got it. We will have a Ralph. So, if we're going to do 8. I could do a male of each. No, because we want only 2. Well, are these the same? 1 to 3 males. 1 to 2 males. Also, do they not form... Well, they'll probably form their own social groups anyway. So 4... Okay, let's do 4 of each. 1 male of each. So we're going to lock in this male. Are we? The stripes is pretty cool. Yeah, we're going to lock this guy in. So, male. Female. 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 Then we go to Prorsus. Oh, I forgot these guys had 2 skins of their own. The bluer one, well, the blue-gray one is more JP coded. Although the brown evokes the dusty coloring. These are the females anyway. For the male... Ooh, that's a tough call on the males. The green one, I think, gives me more of a JP vibe. Because they're like, the trikes are green in like JP3, for instance. So I think we'll do this as our male. And then let's do 2 here. Okay. 8 trikes. 8 trikes, 2 Ankies will be the exhibit. And we'll see if when the trikes grow up, if they bully the Ankies and end up killing them or anything. And this is just jungle, so it's good to go for the trikes. With the expanded paddocks, it might be prudent to hire, say, another vet, another keeper. Do I need more laborers? I wish I had a better grasp of whether or not I actually need more staff. Also, yeah, a bunch of these guys that never got pushed to level 3. Because I don't really know, I don't really get a good sense for, like, whether or not... I mean, we got a lot of idle vets. I suppose that's the sign, right? Maybe. I feel like the vet shouldn't be idle, but like, what do I know? I think because I had people die, so it made me feel like I needed more vets, but maybe I actually didn't need more vets. I don't know. Resource check. Fish, plants, and fruit. Fish, plants, fruit. I have the most of plants. Okay. I didn't leave anybody here, did I? No. Okay. Well, then this exhibit in the front here should just be the Styrax now, including the new babies. That is correct. And then we got the compies. One thing I was curious about. Can you merge these and have like one giant terrarium of like 50 compies? Is that possible? Might be something to play with later. I'm going to take this produce warehouse. We're going to take this and put this way over here by the trike pen. Also, I think if I remember correctly, I turned off work zones last time. I think so. So I think right now we're just playing with the idea that they can go wherever they feel like. So we should probably get another break room in here. Because they'll probably get pretty mad about how far away this is from everything. Okay, then we'll do a little tropical rainforest to conceal it from the visitors. So they don't see the backlot area, and then smooth out the hillside around it. Nope. And then travel through space and time. Okay. How's it going? It's going all right. I think maybe we're getting there, you know? Are we disease discovered? Wait, you have coastal. Oh yeah, right. Yes, you were always a problem. Common cold treatable. I can't call for a check up, so maybe that's fine. Or have I not like? It should tell me. It should give me the research thing if I don't have it. Wasting disease. Yeah, I think we're probably fine. Maybe I should like knock out some of these though. Well, mange is not going to be a thing. Dinosaurs have ears. That's a dinosaur footprint. That's probably a thing. Bones? Dinosaurs have bones. We'll just grab some of those. Have I seen the Titanoboa? No. Not in game, at least. I mean, I've seen it generically. But can you guys smash yet? Nope. 56%? Really? That's all the further they've gotten along, huh? Color me surprised. Just needs to eat. All right, our little triglets are going to go right in this pen here. Hey, we got a Bakita. That's, do we think that's a deliberate reference or a coincidence? Because that is the name of the baby Triceratops in Jurassic Park the game. And then Charlie, you are going to be Rel. Because that's a better name for a Triceratops than Charlie. Alright. You want more forest. Happy to oblige. We can build up this back. Along this riverfront. In fact, maybe I just want to like kind of build up the whole thing back here. We're on remove. No, we're not. Oh, this just doesn't go in the water the way some other things do. Fair enough. Weird that I could put the river over the trees, but I can't put the trees over the river. How do I feel about the Tanker Terrarium exhibits? They're all right. I like the free-roaming animals, generally speaking, like the way JWE does it. But I think the ideal solution would be to have both, because there are certain cases where terrariums would be nicer. But I understand from the perspective of how PK is handling small animals not doing free roaming. So I don't, you know, blame them for that or anything either. I think it's perfectly fine to do what they're doing. Technically, there's a Smilodon plush in the gift shop of the first movie. True. True and accurate. And it is a canon animal because of Camp Cretaceous. However, I'm not going to use mammals in this park. I'm already just going to rip that Band-Aid off. No mammals in my dinosaur park. But we will do a mammal park eventually at some point. That is in the cards. This is just not it. So, if I do this, like, prairie, does this actually, like, increase the forest demand at all? Because, like, yeah, it does, just a little bit. So we can flesh out kind of the rest of this. No Diego? Nope. I should probably check on these notifications too. It's a lot of plants. The unending desire for plant. I feel like the trees are more. Yeah, definitely. Continue to conceal the river. I do like seeing just a little bit of the water through the tree line. I think that's fun. Aesthetically. Still waiting to hear from Levine. True. The different Diego. But that is our Diego in the franchise. Okay. Tree demand is met. Finally. I don't hate this exhibit. I like the river with the trees along it. That's a fun look. I don't like that the river loops around, but that's because the Yankees have like a JW3-esque water need. But, whatever. It's not the worst thing we've made, by far. What is happening? Yes. Okay. Cool. Adolescent Pachycephalosaurus. Congratulations. 4.04 stars. Okay. Interesting. Marley is, jaundiced. Yeah, that's probably not great. Let's get the jaundice treated. Stomach ulcer, treatable. Staph en route. Okay, fine. And the big one is an ear infection. All right, fair enough. Okay. Notifications. Why are there 19 notifications? Dying animals. It's always the raptors. Quarantined, diseased animals. This is stuff known. Vending machines are empty all over the park. No stock. Do we have no stock in that vending machine, or do we have no stock in the whole park? This is the eternal question. The BH mammals kind of suck. They have bad appeal, and Paraceratherium has sauropod room need and not the appeal to match. Interesting. Perhaps the devs themselves are anti-mammal. Meals. We have meals. Let's just get some more. Sure. Let's just get 1 billion meals. Why not? Okay. Great. Finances. So this is holding steady. We had like one really good month. What happened here? Why was this crazy? Weird. Let's not worry about it. Okay, star rating check. It's 14 out of 10 unique species on 2-star rating. Animal points is really good. Welfare, less good. Visitor side. Satisfaction is almost there. Current visitors is almost there. Attraction points is barely met. So if this is what we need for 5 stars, then we're basically done on guest side. We just need more animals, I guess. Uh-oh. Died from dehydration? Wait, what? Why are my Dilos die from dehydration? I didn't even get the notification they were dying. The fuck? They got too far away from food and water. They got way back in the corner. Fucking hell. Autosave is 3 minutes ago. Okay. I'm just reloading. Do animals need shelter during rain or storms? They don't seem to. I might just want to scatter. I mean, I want the Dilos to stay where near the front. Two of them dying is a problem, though. Okay, they were here dying. It was just kind of buried amongst everything else.
Magnificent double crest and that noticeable notch in its jaw.
Oh, he's very close to death. Shit.
To ever live. I'll never understand the guests who think it isn't cool enough as it is. Fancy frills and baubles would only take away from such a beautiful but deadly creature.
Take care of your needs. You're gonna die. Maybe I'll do a save here in a new slot. Survive! They're eating. Come on, Mao. I think we got him. I think we saved him. Woo! What are baubles? Like little trinkets. Like he's basically commenting on Jurassic Park there. That's what that dialogue is saying. He's saying a Dilophosaurus doesn't need a frill to be attractive and cool. Oh, they got some of the wrong veg in here. I overstepped my bounds somewhere. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Okay, 18 demands, combat encounters between galleys and pachycephalosaurs. There's our diseases. Quarantine required on Marley has not happened in this timeline.
Is a beautiful dinosaur. Almost like a musical instrument, Parasaurolophus used their crest for long distance.
Do you think it's possible to 5-star a hard mode mammal park? Surely it's possible. Where the fuck is my infrastructure? It's over here.
Voice of theirs. You're listening to the first orchestra on Earth.
Okay, and then we did our stuff here. Okay. Anything else I did previously that I need to take care of? I guess not. Let's go through some stuff. So staff. Staff morale is pretty good. We've got some stuff here that's not the best. Was this timeline where I fixed the stars? It looks like it is. Yeah. Okay. What's your problem, Van?
Ankylosaurs are built like tanks, and none of them more so than
Hungry.
Ankylosaurus. Paleontologists have made a persuasive argument that ankylosaurs, like Ankylosaurus, use their tail clubs to fight each other.
Where the fuck are you in the far? You're in the far corner. Why are you there? Okay, so the animals are not going to stay near food. They're not going to leash in any sense of the word. So that's going to be a big problem. Ellie.
Triceratops, one of the most recognizable and largest dinosaurs of its kind. Several fossilized Triceratops have been given nicknames, like Lane, Hatcher, or Homer. Personally, I prefer names starting with
Can't find a feeder. Current activity is going to eat, though, so maybe it's going to be fine. I should just grab it, honestly. At the point I'm looking at it, just grab it and chuck it over by a feeder. These are only plants as well. Okay. The Ankies we could probably throw down a nest for. over here in the water as well. Yeah, let's just abduct you and bring you back to where you're friggin' supposed to be as well. Holy shit! Well, we've lost a Pachycephalosaurus to combat with its sibling, which is shocking. Alright, RIP, I guess. Ellie, foot rot treatable. Staff is en route. Yeah, because you were swimming in the river. Why were you in the river, Ellie? Why did you think this was a good idea? Just okay, more stuff. Ozdar, retroviral activation. Okay. I'm going to need you to hold your horses, even though you're a Velociraptor, because we got this guy getting treated. Maybe we need maybe we put in a second quarantine. Maybe we put a quarantine bay like over here. Actually. Like right behind the staff break room. Boom. Okay, I don't like that you're like went down in a hill or down in a weird slope, but I guess this is at that level. Ah, fuck it, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't overthink it. Ozdar. Grabbing Ozdar. Putting Ozdar in this quarantine. Get in there. Okay. Ozdar going to quarantine. Alright. So. Not contained. Escaped animal. Do I need the quarantine to be in a pen, or is that a bug? Okay, it doesn't say escaped anymore. I guess it's fine. Maybe. One staff en route. Yeah, he's still flight is being moved. Okay, other things. Okay. Let's not look at that anymore. Stegosaurus was done. Allosaurus is done. What else am I missing then? Allosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Compy, Dilo, Edmonto Gali, Pachycephalosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Stegosaurus, Styracosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, Velociraptor. That's 13. What were my other animals on my short list? Who am I forgetting? It should be obvious. Did I miscount? Velociraptor, Dilophosaurus, Compy, Tyrannosaurus, Allosaurus. That's 5 large carnivores. What am I missing? Who was I planning and I don't have? The hell? I must have miscounted. Brachypara, Tyranno, Dilo, Velociraptor, Anky, Gali, Comp, Stag, Pachyed, Mono, Psittaco, Pato, Allo. Maybe I didn't miscount, because I have a Pato and Psittaco on this list. Oh yeah, I think my debate was like a Pato, Dryo, Psittaco. Psittaco is like a stand-in for Microceratus. Fuck it, Spino? That's certainly one option. I don't have Citico. I have Dryo. Citico, a small ceratopsian is like Microceratus replacement, is not bad. It's also pseudo-canon because of the ride. Dryosaurus is not film canon at all by any context. So in that sense, maybe I don't want Dryo. Yeah, it does have a good vibe with Stego, though. I think Citico Apato kind of works. So if I do Apato, grassland, scrubland, these are coastal. So they might work in the existing Brachii exhibit. Get you a point bonus? Yeah, I know it does. It's just a matter of if I feel like cheating. What are the specific differences between Apatosaurus and Brontosaurus? I mean, one's Apatosaurus and one's Brontosaurus. What do you mean? Anatomically, they're very similar. They're very closely related animals, which is why Brontosaurus was considered invalid for a long time. I actually couldn't tell you, like, anatomically what separates the two, because I don't actually know the specific details. All sauropods can go together except for Argentino. Okay. One male, one female. We could do two of the green ones for JP vibes. I might do that. Alright, at the end of this episode, let's get some additional stuff done for this park. One, I think we're going to do a Apatosaurus, add that to the roster. We can cohab this with the existing sauropod enclosure. It's a film canon animal. It's also the animal that was in the park for the sauropod in the novel, and we have to kind of make some gaps up, let's say, in the roster to have a functioning park. Because we can't have all the different carnivores from the film park because a lot of them aren't represented in the game. And in terms of the novel park, well, there's a pterosaur, and we can't have a pterosaur. So something's got to take that slot, which is, I guess, technically Allosaurus, kind of, if you cross over between the two. So what would this be taking the place of? Because if Allosaurus is our fifth carnivore, that would be Pterodactylus in the novel. Brachiosaurus stands in for Apato. It's because you have Dryo, Othnilia, and Psittacosaurus. You have three small herbivores. No, we have Galley, Pachycephalosaurus, or we're probably going to have Psittacosaurus. Who am I forgetting from the novel roster? Two Hadrosaurs. Wait, does this list not have Styracosaurus? No, it does. Dude, I'm losing my mind right now. Wait, what is my roster? Oh, this doesn't have Styracosaurus. Yes. That's where I got confused. Yeah. So actually, if we do a Pato... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do a Apatosaurus. I think I'm taking it back. Because one sauropod makes sense. I think we'll do Citico, actually. One Hypsilophodontid in the JP1 novel. Yeah, there's Hypsilophodontid, which is unspecified on the population charts. And then in one of the chapters, they specifically call out a Dryosaur. So most people that take that to be that the Hypsilophodontids in the park are all Dryosaurus. I don't buy into that personally. Although the version numbers do kind of imply that they're all of the singular species. But the Dryosaur thing's always bothered me. I think probably, I think you could argue either all the Hypsilophodontids are Drysaurs, or there's a mixture of Dryosaurus and Hypsilophodon, because the Lost World explicitly canonizes Hypsilophodon. It's kind of weird. There's also Meganeura, and that's not on the population charts anyway, so there's some little quirks with the Jurassic Park novel that don't quite add up, like the male Dilophosaurus. Drowse in the Lost World book, it is also explicitly in the first novel. It's in both, Dylan. It's the word Dryosaur is in the novel one time in the original first book. It's after the dinosaurs escape the first time, but before the backup generator shuts down and everything escapes. It's when they think the park is getting back in control and they're going around and rounding up a few escaped animals. One of them is a Dryosaurus, explicitly. Let's get Psittacosaurus. Okay, so I should say this for the sake of this video. I'm not going to do Apatosaurus. The mix-up came in the fact that my initial roster did not have Styracosaurus, but then I decided to include it for a novel, or for a roster that looks more like the novel, because Styracosaurus is semi-canon as a marketing material for Fallen Kingdom, I think. We're going to do Psittacosaurus to have a small ceratopsian that evokes Microceratus. I'm allowing this specifically because it's on Jurassic Park The Ride, which is film adjacent. And that's, you know what, enough for me. I don't know which Psittaco I want, actually. I think I like... Let's look at this. So the problem with Psittacosaurus is you've got 1 billion. I like Spa, right? Spa is the one that's got the quills. Yeah. And this one is from which dig site? Can I just jump to dig site here? Ecology, life cycle, Nigel's thoughts. Nothing there. Well, maybe I gotta read the description. Nope. Let's find it. Okay, that's Mongoliensis. That's not even a dinosaur. That's Mononychus. Okay, give me a second. There's too many dig sites. IOA is canon. I always assume the things in the trees in Lost World are Microceratus, but I don't think it's confirmed. JWE is easy to make a 5-star park that doesn't have any Jurassic World or park species. Easier than building one with? I don't think it matters. Is this Spa? There's Spa. Oh, of course, it's Ixion. That makes sense. And is this... That's Mongoliensis as well? Okay, I found Spa. It took a second, but it's here. It's Ixion, of course, which makes sense because Ixion is where a lot of the very finely preserved fossils come from. So, of course, the Psittacosaurus that we have color information for is obviously got to be from the Ixion formation. Duh. We'll just slap all 5 of these guys on this. Just give me a real quick like. Then, yeah, let's end the episode there, I guess. Next time we can work on the Stegopathic, maybe? So until then. Okay, that episode took a while. I want to do some other things here before we end, maybe. I can redesign this path here. Actually, let's evaluate where the Styracs go. So the Styracs... Wetland, temperate, coastal. So we can do coastal, Stego plus Styrac. Thought it would be easier with a larger roster than a limited list of film canon or book canon. I mean, the problem with JWE3 specifically is that it's just so easy. It doesn't matter what you use. So having a larger roster doesn't really matter. Probably some of the non-film canon animals are better because DLCs tend to be pretty unbalanced. So that could be the case. Oh yeah, that's Ungulatus though. What about Steenops? This is the green one. It's also coastal. We'll probably use both. I think it was said we need 22 species. So let me jot this down. So with 15 animals plus variant, we can get the 22 probably. So let's plan this. So we have Allosaurus, some amount. I haven't decided how many allos we're going to put in yet. They're going to probably be one of the last things we honestly add. Velociraptor is just one. Dilo is just one. Compy is just one. We have 2 Pachycephalosaurs. We have Brachy. We have 2 Parasaurs. We have in Monto, we only have 1, but we could do Regalis to go with the Anectons. Just 1 Galley. We'll have 2 Stegos, I suppose. 1 Styrac. 2 Trikes. 1 Anki. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait. Yeah, I started counting wrong. And then Citico, which we can also put in multiples. So that's 19. If we do 2 forms of Allo, that's 20. And if we do 3 forms of Citico, that's 22. So that might work. We do 2 Allos of different types or something. 323k points in 22 species. Take the longest because you'll be waiting for things to grow up. Yeah, we'll get stuff in and go from there. It probably will be fine. So yeah, I guess we want to actually dig up 3 different varieties of Psittacosaurus, I suppose. And then we can do both like Fragilis and Jamatsuni. It's probably not bad. Or we do Anax because Anax feels like the Big Rock Allo, and we do Jamatsuni because it is the Big Rock Allo. Maybe that's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do Anax and Jamatsuni. Assuming we can cohab these. I don't know if they actually can be cohabbed. They'll kill each other as a baby? Okay. So maybe we do 2 separate enclosures. We cut the reserve paddock in half and do 2 sets of allos in each. I kind of like the idea of doing 2 sets of allos. Okay, so no social stuff at all on Anax. The Anax looks cool. Yeah, it's they've done a really good job at making the Anax kind of like be the awesome bro Allosaurus without it being too over the top. 0 to 6 on Jamatsuni. But just flat 0 on Anax. Interesting. Anax is a loner. You can have a female and a male, but there's a chance they'll kill each other. Okay. So maybe we do 1 Anax, 2 Jamatsuni's. We just have the Anax as like another kind of star attraction. Oh, nice. We got the melanistic one, I think. Oh, I like that the eye color changes. Is the eye color randomized? Because now it's yellow. It is. Oh, that's sick. I had no idea they had randomized eye color. That's crazy. Unless that's like glitching out or something weird, but it just seems like it's randomizing. Huh. Okay, so let's do one Anax, two Gym Mats, and I. And then Tyrannosaurus, are they solitary? Males and female, yeah, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. So we'll do like one female Rex. We'll do our Rexy. Probably this one. Since she's brown. Maybe we crank it like that. We could probably get the Rex in next time too, because we basically have the Rex paddock built. Okay. Dinosaur has 0 in its social group, it's a loner. Dinos have random weight. You had a Rex that was 8 ton and a female 10 ton. Yeah, I know there's size variation. Stream has your full attention because you got absolutely destroyed in Marvel Rivals. Rip. We're coming up on the end here. The episode is done. I'm not gonna start another one tonight. We're just looking at some stuff. All right, animal check. Is anybody dying a horrible death currently? Since this seems to be a recurring problem. 2-foot rotted trikes. Yeah, go figure. Elvis. He's just hungry and he's running away from food as you do. Galleys, Pachycephalosaurs. Nobody like immediately dying. How many raptors did we lose today? I think we lost 2 raptors. Shockingly, the big one is still alive. That's the sole surviving raptor out of the original 4. If the female's bigger than the male will get rejected more often, which is cool. That is pretty neat. Okay, I need thumbnails for this week's episode. So I have one recorded from the bonus stream that I haven't uploaded yet. I don't have a thumbnail for it. We kind of were just like doing stuff. So I think we're going to grab a secondary galley, like an adult galley. So let's find somebody who looks interesting. You actually like Elvis as a name for a parasaur? I mean, it makes sense. Elvis is just a good dinosaur name in general. It also works really well for a T-Rex, obviously, because it's the king. Speckles is really funny. Timmer. Do we have one of the fancy haircut ones? Maybe not. Well, you got the forward-facing feathers, but you're a lady, so they're not. Why is it quivering? Why is she shaking? Or paused? Is that too much coffee? I kind of like Faye, actually. Maybe we do this for a thumbnail. Actually, like mid-step like that's pretty good, too. We got our running through the fields of the galley enclosure. I think that's pretty good. So we'll use that for the last episode. Maybe we'll do one that's a little bit more like this. Just in case. We even have the log in the background. Okay, then I want to do a Dilo thing. Let's save here. Saving here. This will be where we start. And then I want to try to set up like a Dilo screenshot with the Jeep. Your next mail was small by a ton and kept getting rejected. Poor guy. Think that's your favorite galley skin? It's pretty good. I like the one with like the forward swooped feathers because it makes me think of the Ornithomimus from Prehistoric Planet, but that one's also really good looking. Never seen an anime fan play a zoo building game that would probably have a bucket full of names. I suppose, yeah, you could just pick a different anime for like every exhibit or something. Wait, where's my Dilos? Down here. So these guys are all still full juveniles. I was kind of hoping. Okay, what if we cheated? What if we just bred an adult Dilo right now for the thumbnail? I think I'm gonna do that. Something about the shade of blue they use with the white looks nice. Yeah, the color palette's really good. Let's do an adult. We want a male for the bigger head crest. Oops, normal. How do I undo this? Yeah, no mutation. There we go. I'm gonna do this one because it most makes me think of the novel. Make him as yellow as he can be, I guess. You watch anime and play this game, you can't think of names at all. I want to do a park build at some point, either in this game or in JWE, where I explicitly have to nickname every animal. I think that'd be fun. And then I'd have to like come up with like a theme or something, or like justify the names in some way, maybe to like justify the population of the park. Two minutes on Matthew. I'm gonna put him like right over Nedry. This is Nedry. Oh, hello there. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Nedry's dead body. Okay. Slow down. So, what is the... Let's look at the framing. I think the framing is like this. Or no, do I kind of want the waterfall. Maybe we do it like that. So then I want him like here. Let's just do it like this. Will this adult try to kill the baby? I don't know. We can let it run around and see what happens. We're not going to keep him. This is just for the thumbnail. So let's do a little screenshot mode. You watched a video on the Dilophosaurus? This guy? It's spelled Dilopho Saurus. I'll take a few screenshots here. Try to get like the best one. What if I zoom in on his face? Ask about the animal needs and awareness in PK, but the dehydrated Dilos kind of answered you. Yeah, they do very poorly in large enclosures. It's a lot like GWE2, where the animals really suffered, and presumably 3 as well, but I could do something with the carcass. We could do this. Steal you. Can I rotate you, or do I gotta wait for you to rotate? I can rotate you. Okay. Wait, so if we do... like that. Kind of like that one. We got the meat. We got the Jeep. You can tell the Jeep has crashed. Ah, he's turning away. I was hoping he'd... I wanted him to move so it looked a little more natural, but he moved in the wrong direction. If I grab him now and drag him, presumably he'll reset. Maybe not. Maybe he'll keep that positioning. Okay, cool. Love the crests on this skin. They give like snake vibes. It's really cool. There's a lot of like really inspired skin patterning in this game, which is great because it gets us away from the frontier splotch issue. Ooh, that's kind of good. It's just a fashion show now. You thought more butterflies? I could see that too, yeah. I got like 6 screenshots now I can choose from for the episode. What do I think the crests were for? The easy answer for that is always sexual display. Fix whatever's happened. You couldn't hear much after I was talking about Dennis. Yeah. R.I.P. Dennis. There's his guts. Could also do something. It's not really a good angle with the Jeep. Like that. I think the other ones are better. Nice vocalizations. Yeah, I could see dinos dancing. Little mating displays. Yeah, they got the little fourth finger nub. That's fun. I probably commented on that last time we used Dilo in this game. Scratch. Okay. Nice. Okay, wait. What if I take him with this face? Now he looks like he's hungry for Nedgery. Kind of gets the whole. It just looks like he's biting the tire now. Kind of gets the whole package if I do that. Rex doing a little dance sounds funny to you. Could be pretty amusing. All right. Well, now I have like 10 screenshots to pick from. But this was fun. This is the first time we've actually seen that we can drag the animals around and it preserves the animation. So that's pretty cool. Dramatic lighting. It's actually pretty cool the way the lighting does change. You can see the shadows off the Jeep frame. It's actually kind of surprising that it's that good. Can't tune the fog density. The night shot's not bad either. We'll see. Okay, I need to wrap it up. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll end the stream here. We'll probably do another stream during the week sometime, but I don't know when. I need to figure out what time to do that. So, and then of course next Saturday, if we need another stream to finish the park, and I think we're getting close to the end, hopefully then. So, might be wrapping it up in a week.